Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is February 20th, 2014. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Let's jump right into the charts here. We're going to start off with the usual S&P 500 E-mini futures. Right now, the futures are trading lower by about 2.5 points. They were down about 5 points, but you can see the futures have come off the lows pretty nicely. Most notably, you're going to think that it was because of the CPI number that was released, or potentially because of the non-farm payroll report that was released, and that could be partially true. But the reality of it is it's right here. The dollar yen starting to catch a bid. When the dollar yen moves higher, the stock market will generally go higher. So we'll watch that pretty closely. Yesterday, the dollar yen caught a pretty big bid, took the market back up, and then the market sold off again into the closing bell. But watch that pretty closely. Dollar yen will tell you a lot that's going on right now. We're looking at the futures back down about 3.5 points, but we'll see if they hold up here or do they break down and trade lower throughout the session. That remains to be seen. But either way, tomorrow is options expiration. It is the monthly expiration for the month of February. So remember, a lot of stocks that are up will go down. A lot of stocks that are down will go up. There'll be a lot of game playing by the institutional money. There is each and every month during the monthly options expiration. All right, let's take a look at a few things out here. Last night, I just want to say that the Asian markets were under some pressure. So looks like there was a number out of China, not too pretty. The Shanghai was only down about less than 0.2%, but the Nikkei 225 index was down over 2%. So that's a big move lower. Nikkei falling around 2.15%. You also had the Hang Seng, which is Hong Kong, down 1.2%. And the Bombay Sensex in India was down about 0.9%. That has been pretty strong as of late, but nonetheless, Indian ADRs may come under a little bit of pressure today, so want to be careful there. But either way, Asia was under pressure last night. As for Europe today, Europe, for the most part, is pretty weak. Looking at the German DAX down 1.3%. The FTSE 100, which is England, they can print their own money. They're down about 0.4%. And then you have the Milan market, which is Italy, down about 1%, as well as Spain. So we're definitely seeing weakness in Europe this morning. But the U.S. markets, all in all, only down about 3 points at the moment with this little move higher. But expect volatility really throughout the rest of the week. Let's get into some stocks here. First one I'm looking at today is Walmart. They reported numbers that were a complete miss. What I calculated so far today, the stock should have some support around 72.80. So keep that on the radar. That's still about 50 cents lower from where we are now. But around 72.80, the stock will have a little bit of support. Again, it is not a pretty picture for Walmart, so don't take it for granted that that level will hold all day, but it will be a temporary level. Aggressive traders can take scalps there. Remember what scalps are? They're very quick day trades. Looking at Tesla this morning, Tesla reported earnings after the bell. Looks like the market liked the earnings. Again, I'm not sure how high this stock can really go. It's overbought already. The market seems to react positive to earnings. I don't know if it's going to hold all day, but nonetheless, it is a new all-time high, so you got to respect that. Stock's trading at 217, closed at 193 yesterday, so it's a big move. If the stock got up to around 230, 250, 233, I think that's a level where it could probably safely be shorted. Again, we just look at it as a scalp short today, but that's a level I'm thinking, at least at the moment, if it gets up to around 233, 230, 250, somewhere in that vicinity. It's hard to pick it out, but hopefully the chart pattern will tell us what to do once the intraday action begins. Next one I want to take a look at is this CONN stock. This is CONN's Inc. This company is basically an appliance and electronic retailer. The stock is just getting absolutely annihilated. Closed at $55.80. It is just getting torched to the fifth degree. We will have some gap levels for this one, though, so we will look to play this for a bounce at some point today. The gap levels will be posted up in the chat room at 9 o'clock, so watch for that. We will look to play cons today. But in the meantime, any way you slice it or dice it, this stock is just getting hammered to the downside. Juniper, we want to take a look at this one today. The stock right now there's chatter out there that Nokia is looking into purchasing Juniper. I don't know how true it is. It's options expiration. This is a week where you get a lot of rumors, a lot of false chatter, but nonetheless, that is the rumor that's out there. It's public information now, so you want to be a little bit careful there. But Juniper probably carries a little bit of a bid under it just because of that news. Stock closed yesterday at 27.20. It's trading at 27.80 at the moment, but the pattern is good, so I suppose it could trade higher. I really would not expect much more of a move in Juniper above the $31 level, but again, the stock does have some rumor in it that it will be taken over or bought out by Nokia. So I don't know how true it is, but either way, watch the 31 level as very good resistance today. It could be 31.10. Let's take a look at Facebook. Facebook made a $16 billion acquisition today. So they are buying WhatsApp for $16 billion. That's a lot of money. The stock closed at $68. It's trading right around $66.80 today. So I don't know if we could make too much out of it. It's not really down all that much. But either way you slice it or dice it, that's a big acquisition. It's a big gamble. But the market seems to love everything Facebook does these days. So there's no real ill effect here. The only level I see for Facebook that looks attractive to me would be down to $55. And I don't think the stock's going to trade down there today. But that's the only level I see. The stock got to $75. I would short it. So just to give you a heads up on some levels I'm looking at for scalps today, those would be them. We're not really close to either one of them. But nonetheless, those would be the levels that I would be looking at. Let's take a look at Safeway. Safeway is putting itself up for sale. And again, I don't know if this is an options expiration rumor or if this is true, but that's what's out there. There's nothing to do with the stock here. It's trading at $36, closed at $34.61. A lot of resistance up here around 36 or 37, but I would not get in front of it based on the rumor that they are going up for sale. Whether or not it's true, I really have no idea, but that's what the headlines are coming out. So again, this is the week of rumors. This is the week of ridiculous upgrades and downgrades. This is the week of market manipulation, institutional game playing. So remember, options expiration, we look for the same thing every month. All right, let's take a look at gold here. Gold is trading down about 5 points to 13.1530. The GLD pulling back a little bit. This is what it needs to do. Today it's trading at 126.80. It closed at 126.27. I don't really think there's going to be much upside or downside in gold at the moment. Oil is basically flat, trading lower by 16 cents. Make that 17 cents to 102.68 per share. Let's go to the USO, which is a good way to trade light sweet crude. And what you're going to see here for light sweet crude is that, or the USO, I should say, it's trading at 36.77. It's off of yesterday's highs. Expect this to also be range bound somewhat today. There's warmer weather in the Northeast, so that could help bring down the price of oil a little bit, possibly even bring down the price of natural gas, which has really been soaring and roaring. We'll take a look at the UNG today. This is trading around $27.12. Again, it's still pretty strong. It's still up here on the high end of the chart. It's still in an uptrend, but it is bucking against the resistance level from the 5th of February. So again, the UNG, if it goes up to around $28.90, maybe $29, I think it's a stone cold scalp short there. But either way, a lot of resistance even at this level in the near term. So, and meaning today. I think I've covered everything that I wanted to get through today. We'll watch and see how this market plays out. Again, watch the dollar yen. That will tell us a lot. Dollar yen is a very, very important currency pair. Probably the most important out here in the marketplace. So if this starts to go down, watch for lower prices in the S&P, also in the European markets. With that said, everybody have a great trading day, and we will see you on the charts.